So let's walk you through this. What information does the molecular formula provide? So let's go through each answer one by one. So for A, it says the simplest ratio of atoms in a molecule. So this is incorrect because that is the empirical formula, which is essentially what it says here, the simplest ratio of atoms in a molecule. So for example, something that might have the molecular formula of C3H6 will have an empirical formula of CH2. So that is incorrect for molecular formula, which is what the question asks for. B, the actual numbers of atoms in a molecule. So that looks correct because let's see, as we said, this is the molecular formula. So it will tell you that it has 3 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. So that seems to be correct, but let's look at the other options as well. So as for option C, the number of molecules in 1 mole. So the molecular formula does not provide this information because the molecule is simply one in this case. There's one molecule, but it doesn't tell you how much of a molecule in 1 mole, because a mole is a measurement of the mass that you have over the molecular formula mass. And in this case, you have the molecular formula mass, but you do not have the actual mass given. So that's the mass that you measure. It's often the case with experiments. So that you cannot find the number of moles. Therefore, the answer is also not C. As for D, the types of bonds in a molecule. So students may be tempted to answer D in this situation because you might try to draw it out from the molecular formula given. So for example, in this case, a possible structure is this. So you might be tempted to say, oh, that there's a double bond here and that there's single bonds everywhere else, or sigma and pi bonds. However, you can also be drawn like this in a cyclostructure. And you would see that they have the same molecular formula because this, for the structure on the left, there is 3 carbons and 6 hydrogens. And for the structure on the right, there is also 3 carbons and 6 hydrogens. Therefore, D is also incorrect. So that leaves B as the correct answer.